Okay, I'm just getting ready to go to another training session and I'm going to talk you through what we've done and what we're going to do in this current phase of training. We've been training for about a month and as usual it's time to step up the speed and power requirements of what we're doing as the indoor season begins to approach. So you're going to see us doing some speed work, acceleration work, increased power work, and we're continuing with the triphasic method of training in the weights room. Okay, it's relatively early on in the training year, but we still need to develop the quickness and reactivity that's going to produce longer jumps and faster running. We're beginning to speed up the drills that we perform and incorporate more acceleration work and now top end speed using low hurdles, or sometimes called wickets. As it was only Paul and Sarah training on this particular day, it was a bit of a compromise to get the hurdles in the right place. The idea is that the thigh comes through to parallel and drives down hard onto the track surface, and we're creating more foot contact speed and getting the correct sprinting postures. You'll see Paul in slow motion here, and we were working on a greater knee lift as he can tend to drive forwards into the board and not strike from a more elevated position. So we're hoping that working across the low hurdles, doing this more so this year, will improve his takeoff. You've always got to work around the athlete, and not every athlete can achieve the same shapes as another athlete, or indeed as the textbooks say. As well as the low hurdles, we also use holding weighted bars in order to further improve running technique. These drills formed the first part of another training session which also included the triphasic weight training or strength training method, I should say. It's taking us time to get up to speed with the type of exercises and the loadings that we need to place on the bar, for example, for the various eccentric and isometric exercises in particular. We've tended to focus on squats, single leg squats and leg presses for the lower body and rowing type exercises for the upper body. The interesting thing about triphasic training, and I'm referring here to the book by Cal Dietz in particular, is the fact that concentric exercises always form a regular part of the training program. It's easy to think that it's just eccentric and isometric exercises that take precedence. However, if I've understood the book correctly, concentric work always takes place in every training phase, despite the fact that the emphasis on a microcycle, for example, may be an eccentric one. Also, in triphasic training, the majority of the training sessions also have ancillary exercises with them, such as plyometric ones, or even, in Dietz's case, 15-yard sprints, for example. So in reality, I've not had to deviate too much from the type of training sessions that I've done in the past. So we always combine weight training with plyometric exercises, for example. As I mentioned, this phase of training is a progression from the previous 3-week microcycle, and there's an increase in speed. So we ran some shorter hills and also performed some more of these drills that you're watching on screen up the stairs. I've come up with about 6 types of drills that you can do on these stairs, and each one was performed 2 times. You'll also see some eccentric work where the athletes jump down from a step and block the landing. After the hill work, it was back to the track for some Swissport exercises. These are relatively light in intensity and have more of a pre-training function, i.e. to shore up the body and combat injury. You'll see that I've managed to add a triphasic aspect to these exercises too, with the isometric hold in the single leg squat movement. Also do various core exercises such as side planks and planks, glute bridges and also hamstring curls. Hopefully this brief overview of our training will give you some ideas as to what you can do in your own long triple jump and sprint training. Our next phase is going to include some testing, and I'm going to produce a video on this. We've got a free lap system, and it's going to be great to put that into operation and get some indication of the real speeds the guys are generating. As usual, thanks for watching and good luck with your training and competition, and do subscribe to the channel and leave any comments you may have in the section below, or contact me through my social media.